Hello, welcome to this live video. I think it's live, yes. Hello, I am alive. I'm still here. I have taken a break. I haven't done this in like over a month. So hang on, I just got to quickly go live to Instagram. Give me a second. And yes, we are live. Hello. Hello, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, my website. This is awesome. So I have taken an extended break from this. I had something kind of massive happen in my personal life. I will not go into that right now, but in the private community this afternoon, I'm going to be sharing everything that went on. Yes, it was mental health related. So I'll be sharing what I went through, what God spoke to me through that, how He spoke to me, and I'm going to be sharing all of that in the private community. The link is, if you're watching on YouTube, the link's in the description. If you're on Facebook, I'll chuck it in the comments after this is done. On Instagram, unfortunately, the video disappears as soon as I'm done. So if you happen to be tuning in live, hello and welcome. So yes, I am back, and I will be doing these live videos once to twice a week moving forward. So this is very exciting. I've missed you guys. It's cool to be back. Before I get started, so today we're going to be talking about what aromatherapy is good for emotions. Hopefully that's interesting to you. What is that noise? It's like a truck or something. But before I get into that, I'm going to quickly just run through what I normally run through. So make sure that if you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell. The reason why you'd want to do that is because I go live, as I said, once to twice a week. And the timing is always different based on what I have going on that week. I'm not going to pick days or anything because that's just, my life is too hectic to do that. So, but it should be once to twice a week. But if you hit the bell, it means that you get a little notification when a new video is up. Why you would want to do that in the first place is because I genuinely believe that God has called me to speak on this topic and to help free up his women, his Christian women who might be struggling with burnout, with fog, just feeling like they're just going through life with no meaning and struggling to just get out of bed, let alone do the things that he's called to do. So if it might be you're feeling a bit depressed, you're feeling like anxiety is taking over. It might be that your emotions are you don't know how to control them, whatever it might be. It might be neurodivergence, whatever it is, you feel that you're in bondage and that you feel like God's placed you here on this earth for a reason, but you're not tapping into that potential because of what you are struggling with. If that is you, I was in that place and God has freed me up, and now I get to walk through every day just living out my purpose and radiating his glory to everyone around me and being used for his glory, serving the people around me. And it's the coolest thing ever. And making a massive difference for the kingdom of God, nothing to do with me and how great I am, but because God is choosing to use me in this way. And if I can help other women get freed up to do the same thing, then that is super cool. So that's what I feel like I'm here to do. So if that sounds like it would be good for you, definitely subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, just keep watching on there. That's totally fine. All right. So what aromatherapy is good for emotions? This may be like a kind of a random topic in your opinion for me to be talking about, but it's actually, I talk about, Christian living stuff, and I talk about, mental, like freeing up your mind and things. And then I also talk about really practical things. And this is one of the really practical things that I did that just really made the biggest difference. If you see me looking down at my notes, it's because this follows the same notes as the blog post, which the link is in the description on YouTube. If you prefer to read, go read it. And on Facebook, I'll chuck the link in here. It's one of the strategies that made the biggest difference in my life, which really blew me away, to be honest, because if you'd asked me like 6 years ago what I thought about essential oils, I would have been like, I don't know, it's like a non-toxic version of a room spray or something. I would have had no idea and been like, that sounds a little silly that it would affect your emotions, but it really, really does. And the reason why is because our sense of smell is deeply linked to our emotions. So I'm just going to quickly run through 3 oils that I use regularly that can really help with emotional support. So first of all, lavender. Lavender is the calming oil. I have a million bottles of lavender in my home because I just keep getting given free lavender oils from Young Living, which is the brand that I choose to buy from. I just keep getting free bottles, so I've got a million unopened bottles of lavender. But I love it so much. It's you can use it for a million different things, but it's really great for calming. So when you're feeling really stressed or anxious or something like that, or if you're struggling to sleep, it's a great oil for that. So that's the first one. Number 2 is bergamot. This one is like a ray of sunshine for your soul, which is the way I chose to put it, which I think is kind of poetic. It's a really, really beautiful oil, and it helps to ease sadness or heaviness. If you feel like you've got like a weighted blanket over you, and you're walking through life just feeling heavy, this is a really great oil for you to give a go, and it helps with stress as well. And the third one is frankincense. This is a grounding oil. Funnily enough, this is actually the oil that I choose to carry in my work bag every day, because you never know when you're going to need it. And the best way to describe it, I've got here, it eases feelings of panic. It helps you when you're feeling frazzled. It helps to kind of calm you down and ground you, or if you're feeling disconnected from the world around you. But yeah, it's a really, really powerful oil. And the way that I kind of describe it is when my brain just feels, I think it's like the undiagnosed ADHD in me, when my brain is just like all over the place and I feel like I'm floating up here and I'm not like rooted in the ground. I use this and I'm immediately just calmed and centered. And yeah, it's really, really powerful. So they're the 3 oils. As I said, go read the blog post for more information on those. And that's all I had to share. How am I going with time? 6 minutes. So good. So as I said, jump into the private community if you're not already in there. It's free. It's just a way that I can share my story on a deeper level. It's a bit more private. And yeah, and talking about the subject of essential oils, my number 1 recommendation is to find a good company. There aren't a whole lot of regulations around particularly labeling with essential oils. So someone can slap a like 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil on the label and it doesn't necessarily mean it is. It can be like the smallest amount of essential oil and the rest of it can be synthetic, and they can just put whatever they want on the label. So, and obviously that's going to actually harm your health and not be great for you if you're breathing that in. Particularly, it's really gross actually that how misleading that is, that you could be breathing in something that's really bad for you and you think that you're doing something good for your health. So I would definitely recommend doing some research and find a company that actually shares with you where they get every single oil and every step of the process of creating the oil and where it comes from. Find a company that will tell you that. As I said, I use Young Living. That's, in my opinion, from the research I've done, the most trustworthy one. More than happy to chat about it if you want to send me a message. I'm not going to be weird and salesy and try to sell you oils. I'm just here to help. So if you have any questions or whatever, let me know. I promise you I'm not going to like push you into a corner and like twist your arm until you buy from me or something. I really couldn't care less if you buy from me or whatever. I'm just here to help. So, and to share with you what I use, and you can even share some things that you're struggling with, and I can give you some recommendations. But as I said, I'm not going to pressure you or anything. So, send me a DM if you've got any questions about that. Jump into the group, and it's been great chatting with you. And I'm actually going to come live tomorrow as well. So Monday and Tuesday this week is my designated days. And then I'll do a deep dive in the community on Thursday, I believe. So I will see you then. Thank you for joining me. Bye. Now it's going to take a million.